sir. Hey, Lizzie, how come this paper hasn't been scissored?
I snitched it out of the staff room.
Yeah, well, you better get it back there before anyone sees.
What's going on here?
Ah, Miss Bennett. So you're back. We thought you were away. Sick.
And you've all quite finished? As you can see, I am back. And I'm no more inclined to put up with your insolence than I was before. So if any of you have got any smart remarks, I suggest you keep them to yourselves. Do I make myself clear?
We just want to say we're glad to see you back, Miss Bennett.
Thank you, Smith. And you can show your appreciation by getting on with your work. Where did this come from? Answer me, Morris.
I found it, Miss Bennett.
That's a lie.
I took it out of the staff room.
I see. Then you'd better put it back, Birdsworth. Oh, I see that you're back with the store in. Quite the little happy family again, isn't it? Let's keep it that way, girls.
What do you know? Old vinegar's gone soft.
I wouldn't count on it.
Do you think Vera will be all right?
No, but I do agree with her that she's better off in here than at home.
I don't like it. I think it's a security risk.
Oh, to an extent, but we are short-staffed and...
And if she really wants to come back to work.
She does, but still I think you should keep an eye on her.
Don't worry, I will. Oh, by the way, I called in to see Julian Phillips yesterday.
Oh, yes? How did you get on?
Practically came to blows. I tried to tell him that I was only interested in helping Jackie, but he wouldn't listen. He ordered me out of the shop.
Well, that's amazing. I would have thought he'd be the first to feel the courts have been too hard on her.
Yeah, so would I. Think there's any chance that we might be able to do something to help?
Well, not you and I personally, but there is a meeting of the prison reform group this evening. We could go along and see if they could help.
The PRG? They're a bunch of ratbags.
Not entirely. They do have access to barristers and such like. It's worth a try. I've worked with them before on cases. They're not as bad as you think.
All right, if you say so. We'll give it a go, eh?
Oh, well, why don't we meet in reception after work?
Right. Okay, Beck.
Jim. Oh, Mrs. Davidson. Could I see you in the office for a moment,
Yes,
please?
of course, Mrs. Jackson. Now, Meg, what can I do for you?
I want some time off. I've got a couple of days owing to me, and I was wondering if it's at all possible, whether I could take them, say, 4 weeks from next Saturday?
4 weeks? Well, you seem very definite about the time. Is there a particular reason?
Mm-hmm. I'm getting married.
Bob Morris?
Yes.
Oh, Meg, congratulations. I'm delighted for both of you. He's a good man.
Yes, he is. Oh, and don't worry about Tracy. I've spoken to her, and I don't think there'll be any problems on that account.
Oh, I'm glad to hear it. Have you decided where you're going to spend your honeymoon?
Oh, no. It's all been a bit of a rush.
Oh, not too rushed, I hope.
No, I don't think so.
Morning, Miss Bennett.
Mr. Fletcher?
Good grief, what a mess.
I'm sorry, that was me. I just had a slight accident. I'll clean it up in a minute.
You all right?
Yes, I'm fine.
Well, I was only asking. Can I make you a cup of coffee?
Would you?
Yes, of course.
Thanks. Nothing much has changed since I've been away.
Ah, and lucky for you that it hasn't. You nearly didn't have a job to come back to. If Mrs. Davidson
I'm well aware of what Mrs. Davidson's done for me. I've already thanked her and expressed my regrets for what happened. So if you don't mind, I'd rather not talk about it.
Sorry. Good news about Meg, though, isn't it?
Meg?
Yeah. She's going to marry Bob Morris. Hadn't you heard?
No, I hadn't.
Yeah.
That's going to be nice for Tracy Morris, isn't it?
How do you mean?
Having her stepmother around to take care of her. There'll be a few favors.
Meg Jackson, like most of the staff here, is a professional. And as such, wouldn't allow her personal involvement to affect her work no more than you or I would.
Maybe. But then it's nothing to do with me anyway.
Judge Cawthorne? Oh, hello, Julian. How are you? Oh, I'm glad to hear it, my boy. And how is the delightful Sarah?
Well, as a matter of fact, it's Sarah, or rather Jackie, I was calling about.
Jackie? She changed her name for some reason?
Yes, she has. Her real name's Jackie Nolan.
Hmm. Not the Jackie Nolan I've been reading about in this morning's paper. My word, she seems to have got herself into a spot of bother. Mind you, I don't exactly go along with this reporter fellow's nonsense about her being a miscarriage of justice. It strikes me she's, well, came in for rather heavy treatment.
Yes, she has, and I was rather hoping that we might be able to call on you for some help. You see, I intend lodging an appeal with the governor in council. I've already got Anthony Vickers going into bat for us, and I was hoping that you might be able to help out in some way.
Of course, my boy, of course. Talent such as hers shouldn't be kept locked up. I tell you what, why don't you come round the club, have a spot of lunch with me? You can tell me the full story. We should be able to nut something out between us.
Well, thank you, Judge. I'd really appreciate that. What time? Yes, 12:30 would be fine. Okay. Bye.
I just wish people wouldn't interfere, that's all. I just want to do my time, get it over with, and get on with what's left of my life.
But if you can get time off your sentence...
If. There are too many ifs. If we do this or if we do that, then maybe. No. No way. Get on with it, get it over, and get out. That's all I'm interested in now.
Don't you think you're being a bit ungrateful? There are people outside who obviously care about you. I mean, the papers are on site already, and who knows, maybe.
Maybe. There you go again.
Oh, take it easy, Jackie. The kid's only trying to help.
I don't want her help or anyone else's help. So just leave me alone, will you?
What's your problem, Nolan?
Nothing, Miss Bennett.
What are you doing here, Morris?
Nothing, Miss Bennett.
Precisely. What are you supposed to be doing?
Nothing. I was just talking to Jackie.
I see. Reading newspapers. Chattering during working hours, not to mention telling lies. You're getting into some very bad habits, Morris. I suppose you think your special relationship with Mrs. Jackson entitles you to behave in this manner.
That's unfair.
Don't you answer me back. I warned you. You can scrub the first floor corridors for that, and the second. Do you also want to do the third? Now report to me after work.
What did I do?
Oh, that is a very good question.
What's the matter? Can't you tear yourself away from the place?
No, I'm waiting for Mrs. Davidson, actually.
Oh.
Yeah, we're going to a meeting at the PRG tonight.
Yes, perhaps you'd care to join us, Miss Bennett.
No, thank you, Mrs. Davidson.
Oh, well, as you wish. You'd better go home and have a good night's rest.
Well, I was thinking of going out and having a meal first.
I'm going out with a few of the girls for a counter tea. Would you like to join us? A couple of drinks might do you good.
No, thanks.
Well, come along, Mr. Fletcher. All this talk of food is making me hungry. We won't have a chance to eat till after the meeting.
No.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night. Which hotel are you going to?
Oh, just down to the local. Food's quite good, though. Sure you wouldn't like to come?
No. No, thanks. I'm a bit tired, really.
Fair enough. How was the first day back?
Well, I think it went quite well. I managed to let the women know that the amnesty is over.
Amnesty?
Never mind. Good night.
And considering the fact that she's led a normal, even exemplary life for the past 6 years since she escaped.
And the fact that she turned herself in.
Well, precisely. To me, it's a perfect example of self-rehabilitation. It certainly doesn't warrant the severity of the sentence that was meted out to her. I mean, you're a legal man. You're a solicitor. What do you think?
I couldn't agree more.
What, do you think there's anything that you and the PRG can do to help? Yes, yes. I think we can probably get a bit of pressure brought.